Hi, I'm Zane Keleher. I've been racing speedway now for almost 4 years. Before that I was racing motocross for 15 years, but I'm absolutely loving the new challenges of speedway and hope to progress over to Europe in 2020. My father actually raced motocross when he was younger, so it was sort of inevitable that I was going to race bikes when I grew up. Sort of started from an early age, about 8 years old, and then did that for quite a few years. I actually raced across Australia at national level for 5 years, from 2011 to 2015. And then when Bill had the first Handlebar Heroes in Rocky in July 2015, I was actually a starting assistant on the start line for that event. Never ridden speedway in my life, never sat on a bike. It's something about that night that I just wanted to have a go, and the ducks lined up and I bought myself a bike, and a couple of months later I had my first race. And I honestly can't describe the feeling. No brakes, methanol, high horsepower, 500cc, going as fast as you can for 4 laps, and the fastest man wins. So it's a pure adrenaline rush, and yeah, it's just so addictive and can't get enough of it really. This year's Handlebar Heroes was pretty tough. Obviously last year I come runner-up and I wanted to go one better this year. I managed to win my first 5 heats. I didn't do that easily though. The young fellas were coming through pretty hard and they wanted to get in front and try and beat me. Yeah, so the final was pretty tough. Skidmore actually got the jump on me from the tapes. So I had gate 4, so Skidmore was on the inside of me, and he knew he had to make a start because I would be coming around pretty hot on the outside. And he did get a good jump. I was actually behind him and I really had to work hard in that first lap to try and make something happen. But he ducked straight to the inside, and that was the shortest and fastest at the time. The track was really good this year. It provided a lot of racing lines, which we haven't really seen in other years. You couldn't really say that one line was going to be the fastest, and that proved on the track with the racing that was on the night. Like in the final, we passed each other multiple times and you really didn't know who was going to win. And I was really proud of myself to be able to pick the fast lines and be able to get to the front with that quality competition. And I really had to hustle and change lines and really think about how I was going to make a pass and get past him. We went back and forth a few times and I was getting a little bit worried, but I really wanted to win that race, and I found a way through and managed to hold him out. To come across the line in first place in front of the home crowd was unbelievable. You couldn't write a better script.
Your race winner in 2019 Handlebar Heroes champion, Zane Keleher! Zane Keleher takes the checkered flag, takes the win. 2019 Handlebar Heroes. How does that one feel, mate? Are you rated?
Oh, that's bloody awesome.
Have you seen what you came to see? What you're expecting? Come on, one more final cheer.
Being only new to speedway, obviously my technique and stuff like that had to be developed because I didn't have any of that coming from motocross. But that's when I got Jason Crump on board to help out, and he's really focused on all those things. Obviously he raced professionally for over 20 years, so everything he says is hugely beneficial to me, and he can really work on those little things and get me pointed in the right direction. I've really realised that I can knuckle down, work hard, and I'm quite determined to achieve what I set out to, and I think that really plays into my strengths. So the best thing about speedway is every year you can keep progressing, and there's so many levels through Australia and into Europe and then into the World Championship level. So every kid's dream is to be a professional motorbike rider, and I'm really close to that, and hopefully I can do that next year. Then obviously I progress through the leagues overseas and hopefully get into the World Championship level. I'm looking to secure a contract in Europe next year, get settled and get set up overseas and keep working towards those next few goals.